into the city. Well, that's impressive. Like, people are going to listen to you then, you know. So, that's it. So getting to the interview. But then when you get to the interview, that's a whole new ballgame, because one of the things that you want to do is to get to the interview, right? That's the big challenge that guy was talking about. Out of the 500 applications, what makes you special? So then you are special. And now you've been chosen over 500 people, as my learned friend down here had said, that you were lucky. You have already achieved a great goal that you got to the interview. Right, so now you're at the interview, so you've only got one more hurdle to actually, it's like racing a horse. You know, you're going around the bend, you've only got 100 meters to go. You've only got to convince these 3 people that you are the right person for that job. And now you get in and you freeze. You know, you've done, like, because you're a solitary type of individual, you can write your CV, you can make it beautiful. You can make the presentation lovely. You can make your bullet points. You can say, you know, in less than 1,000 words, you can tell them all your qualifications. So the board have looked at your application and saying, yeah, this person is good. Let's get them in for interview. But then you go in for interview. But because you haven't been used to doing interviews, you go in and you sit in front of an interview board. And the minute you go in, you think, wow, they're sitting a long way away from me. Or the opposite, that you're sitting here and they're sitting here. You know, and you can feel them breathing on you. Or, you're actually wearing too tight a suit. Or you're wearing the inappropriate shoes. And all you're thinking about during the interview is, God, I wish I didn't wear these high shoes today, you know, like if you're a lady, not the men don't wear. You know, but anything that you wear can affect your performance at interview, right? So that's even before you get in to start talking to anybody. It's the environment that you're in is hostile. You immediately feel uncomfortable because you haven't practiced it. That's what I'm talking about, the reflex. You know, being able to do something on reflex means that you're not thinking about it, that you automatically react. And the more you practice doing interviews, the better you become at doing interviews. That's why I said yesterday, apply for the job. Doesn't mean that you have to take it, but do all the interview techniques. So when you get in, it's actually, when you get into the interview, what you want to do then is you want to convince each and every one of the people at the table that you're the right person. So when you're talking, you're not just talking to the person who's asking the question. You're not just looking at them, you're looking at everybody at the interview board. So when you start talking, you're making eye contact with everybody. The person that asks you the question, you're making eye contact, but you're also glancing at the other people to get the non-verbal communication, which is normally the nod. You see it through the side of your eye that people are agreeing with what you're saying, you know, and that will give you more confidence, you know. So you're taking, the whole experience of talking with the individual, which is the person who's asking you the question, but you're also taking the kind of feedback that you're getting from the board. And you know, if you're kind of going the wrong way in an answer, you'll see from the side of your eye, you'll see somebody kind of shaking the head or making a scrunchy face, or, you know, and then you need to alter very quickly your answer, maybe. But again, that's non-verbal communication. So that's what the exercise was about today and yesterday. Was preparing your CV, preparing your covering letter, getting in the door, getting to the interview. When you're in the interview, how do you perform? How do you hold yourself? How do you manage the non-verbal communication, and how you answer people? So that's basically what we wanted to do. So, has anybody any questions in relation to, or any comments? Anybody think we should do something differently? Anybody?
No. It's not really like we have to do something different, but we have to do it again and again.
Yes, you have to do it again and again and again. You know, and as I mentioned 2 or 3 times today, and yesterday is that everybody in this room is a professional. So, and you know what it was like when you started off, what that experience was like, you know, and you know, when you come out of the interview. I've never heard of anybody looking forward to going into an interview and being very happy when they come out, because there's always something you say, oh, I should have said that differently, or I should have added this, or so that's it from us. Unless, oh yes, please.
I'm very interested in some tips you gave us to interview examiner. Maybe it's very different from the Vietnamese cultures,
Yes.
Asian cultures,